Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am playing with Mountain Trek. This is the embossed die cuts. I'm not going to use these, but how gorgeous are they? Really super lovely and easy because they just pop out. Mountain Trek paper collection. Just having a look through. I love this wood and I love this footprint, and they are repeatable. You've got a couple in each pack. Off the top of my head, I think it's 3, but I don't have the papers straight in front of me. I've also got this text background stamp, and we're not going to use it as in a full image. We're going to just stamp little bits and pieces, and the Industrial Elements stencil. This is the tall script Happy Birthday. What I'm going to do is just die cut this script birthday about 3 times out of white cardstock, and then 2 times out of the white cardstock and 1 time out of a holographic cardstock just from my stash. I've kept the negative where the till is, and I'm going to show you what I do with that. I'm going to glue all these down together, and I've kept 1 tittle into the negative, which is not always easy, but in this case it stayed, and I've glued each of those on top of each other. I'm going to trim this down. In the end, it's going to be 14.1 centimeters by 9.7. Let's try that again. 14.1 centimeters by 9.7, but it's not at the moment. I've just got some VersaFine ink, and I'm using my blending tool just to add some color. I use the pigment because it will dry. It will dry easier because these got a little bit of glossiness to them, and I'm just doing this to add some interest. And this is my version of a little bit of mixed media-ish type of thing without all the paints, and so we're just using ink, which is fine. I'm sure there's people out there that do that way, but I just thought for a masculine card, this was adding a little bit of extra industrial, extra grunge sort of look to it. I have this text background. I am not, as you can see, not putting it on a block and just using my fingers as the sort of the pressure. And I have stamped these off and done second generation with this ink pad on the stamp. So we dry that all off. This is where I'm going to trim it down slightly a bit more. And what I'm going to do is trying to have it sort of roughly in the middle somewhere, a little bit off each end. And then I've got this piece of paper, and this is going to be 10 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters. So this is going to be our matte background. You're not going to see a terribly lot from it. You could sort of cut out the center, but I wasn't too fussed with it. And we're going to use this as a matte. This is where I was umming and ahhing about what to actually do with those embossed die cuts and whether to use them, but I'm not going to use them at all. I am going to raise this panel up with some foam, and then the wood background is going to be flat on my card with just a little bit of glue. As we put that down. So this is a very simple and easy, masculine card. You could do this. You don't need one that has the actual footprints or anything else. You don't even need anything that has the holographic. It really doesn't do it justice. It's pretty, but in real life, it just stands out that little bit more because in the video, it takes over that little bit with the lights and the reflection, but it doesn't do it justice. I'm not even sure. The photos are a little bit better, but it is just a very easy, simple mail card. So I have used the negative and placed it in, slotted it in like a puzzle into the birthday, and then using a little bit of glue, adhered my tittle. And this way I know, it's not that big a deal, but this way I know that the spacing is correct. And I don't have to stress too much about where it's going. It's just a tittle. It's okay. But that's just one trick that you can use to sort of position your tittle in the correct spot. This is some little black rhinestones that I had from my stash. Anything will really do. And that is my card for today. I hope you're well. I will leave the links down below to all the products over to my blog. I hope you're well. Take care.